Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to Social Science Digital Class. Here I am Lokesh Hello, Assistant Teacher, Social Science, Talented Girls Residential School, Nanjangud Town, Mysore District. Dear students, in this video, I use the PPTs which were prepared by the Social Science STL, Karnataka's Digital Group. I deliver my sincere thanks to all the teachers and technicians who prepared these PPTs and slides. Thank you very much. Dear students, once again welcome. In this class, we discuss about the history, the first chapter, Advent of Europeans to India. Let us know about what you learn from this unit. So we know that the trade and commerce relationship between India have with Europeans and the arrival of Europeans to India for trade, and the Carnatic Wars in the backdrop of European political development. But in the education department, reduced the syllabus, so these topics were dropped, and Battle of Plassey is also dropped, and no know about Battle of Buxar and dual government system. Let's know about the British policy of aggression. The trade and commerce relationship between India and Europe. So it was a most ancient the relationship between India and Europe since ancient times. The students see this the routes. These are the land routes. These land routes connect Asian countries with European countries. So in European countries, there is a great demand for Indian spices like pepper, cardamom, ginger, and many other spicy goods. The European women are more passionate about the spicy items and also golden embroidered ornaments, golden embroidered silk. And the trade relationship it was continued between India and Europe and other Asian countries, even during the Middle Age and even modern age also. So the Arab merchants carried the Asian merchandise into Constantinople of Eastern Roman Byzantium. So this Constantinople it is the major place link between European countries and Asian countries. And the Italian merchants would buy these goods and then sell to European countries. But Italian merchants purchase the goods from Arabs and sell to European countries. Like this, the Constantinople was the center of international business and it considered as the gateway of European trade. The Constantinople, the modern Istanbul, ಯುರೋಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಏಷ್ಯಾ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಾಂಟಿನೋಪಲ್ ನಗರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. And while the Arab merchants had gained monopoly over the trade in Asian countries, the same Italian traders had gained monopoly over trade in European countries. So these two traders gained more profit. The merchandise from Asia had brought good profit in Italian merchants. ಏಷ್ಯಾದಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇಟಲಿಯ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಧಿಕವಾದ ಲಾಭವನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. And after that, the Constantinople or the land route was closed. They started to discover new sea route to India. So what are the reasons for discovery of new sea route to India and the fall of Constantinople? Dear students, in previous class you already know about that, the discovery of sea route, their reasons. So let us know about here also. In 1453, the Ottoman Turks captured the city of Constantinople. 1453ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟೋಮನ್ ಟರ್ಕರು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಾಂಟಿನೋಪಲ್ ನಗರವನ್ನು ಆಕ್ರಮಣ ಮಾಡಿದರು. So as a result, all the trade routes connect the city of Constantinople came under the control of Turks. So the Turks started levy too many taxes on the goods passing through these routes. ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಾಂಟಿನೋಪಲ್ ನಗರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಗಿಸಿದಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅತ್ಯಧಿಕವಾದ ತೆರಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಧಿಸುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರು. So because of the reasons, the merchant felt the trade was not profitable. So ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ ಲಾಭಕರವಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಈಗ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಷ್ಟಕರವಾಯಿತು ಅನ್ನೋದು. So because of the reason, these meanwhile, many European countries like Spain and Portugal, they were attempting to break the monopoly of Italian traders. They started to encourage the courageous sailor to find a sea route to India. ನೇರವಾಗಿ ತಾವೇ ಸ್ವತಃ ಭಾರತವನ್ನು ತಲುಪಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಸಾಹಸಿ ನಾವಿಕರಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೋರ್ಚ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೇನಿನ ಜನ ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ರಾಜರು ಪ್ರೇರೇಪಣೆಯನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡಿದರು. So because of the reason, at the same time, the scientific developments is also helpful to discovery of new sea route. That is the invention of compass, astrolabe and gunpowder, charts, ships. So these are all provided further implements to take a venture. And another, because of the reason, all these reasons, the Spain and Portugal started to discover sea route. Many of the sailors started to find or discover sea route to India, but they failed. Beginning they failed, but they discover new lands. The same time, Vasco da Gama, the Portugal sailor who left from Lisbon, so see this, the ship movement and this route, he reached Kappadu near Calicut on the east coast of India in 1498. 1498ರಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ್ಕೋ ಡ ಗಾಮ ಕಲ್ಲಿಕಟ್ಟಿನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಪ್ಪಾಡು ಎನ್ನುವ ಸಮುದ್ರ ತೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ತಲುಪ್ತಾರೆ. So new sea route, they continued to be the route of trade between India and Europe for many years. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮುಂದೆ ಅನೇಕ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಭಾರತ ಮತ್ತು ಯುರೋಪ್ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ದಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಪರಿಣಮಿಸಿತು. Like this, Portuguese were the first to re-establish trade between India and Europe. The same after many countries came to India. With the success of Portuguese, the many Dutch, French and English arrived to India for trade. ಇವರ ಹಿಂದೆನೆ ಡಚ್ಚರು, ಫ್ರೆಂಚರು ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷರು ಕೂಡ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಜಲಮಾರ್ಗದ ಮೂಲಕ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. This development not only changed the history of India, it also changed the history of European countries. Both economic, political, religious and social conditions drastically changes both in India and European countries. The first country arrived to India, you already know that is Portuguese. Vasco da Gama came to that. The Portuguese were the first to arrive at India for the trade and were also the last to leave India. ಮೊದಲು ಬಂದವರು ಕೂಡ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸರೇ, ಹಾಗೆ ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದವರು ಕೂಡ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸರೇ. These Portuguese, after Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida arrived in India as the viceroy of Portuguese, and he implemented blue water policy. What is the meaning of blue water policy? It means to establish the supremacy over the sea instead of supremacy over lands. ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಧಿಪತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ನೀತಿಯನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲೂ ವಾಟರ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So it was introduced by Francisco de Almeida. So So because of this reason, after Almeida, Alfonso de Albuquerque, who came India, so it considered as the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸರ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದವನು ಆಲ್ಫೆನ್ಸೋ ಡಿ ಅಲ್ಬುಕರ್ಕ್. And he waged a war against the Sultans of Bijapur in 1510 and won Goa with the support of Vijayanagara rulers. So later it became a trade center of Portuguese. ಗೋವಾ ನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸರ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ. Goa became the administrative center of Portuguese and administration in India. So the Portuguese